We could start with Smoot. How good was it to have your guy back on the practice field last week?
It felt good to have his presence back out there. He's a cool asset that we need to use, and he gets a different look up front. I'm definitely excited to rush with him and move forward.
Excited for the Smoot TV announcement.
Smoot TV's coming back. He better have dinner every weekend, and that's when I'll be excited. But if he ain't doing dinner, then he's just doing Smoot TV. I don't really care.
When was he doing dinners? Back, what, 2019?
Yeah, my rookie year, we was going out to dinner every year, and every week, and he was paying for it. I was eating good, so hopefully he can bring that back.
Good segue. I was going to ask you about 2019 and a guy by the name of Gardner Minshew. Since opposite role from what you were playing back then as his teammate, now you're going against him. Emotions for you going up against G?
Oh, man, much respect for Gardner, man. I love Gardner. We've been through a lot here when he was here, and he won me 6 games my rookie year when I go back and look at it. So, I have respect for that. He's a great person off the field as well, so I have respect for him for that as well. And I'm happy for him, all the success that he's had throughout his career. I'm excited to play against him. But at the end of the day, once we get in between those lines, it's he's on the Colts. So.
How is it different facing an offense led by Gardner versus by Anthony Richardson?
You said what?
How is their offense different with Gardner versus when Anthony Richardson's the quarterback?
They can lean a little bit more heavily on the run, so that puts a little bit more, downhill running for the offensive line, which they like to do. They're a good offensive line. I like to move the ball really well. So for them, that gets them to, we have one job, and our job is to get these guys out the gap. So, we definitely have to be gap sound this week and be physical up front and take the fight to them. If we can do that, stop the plays that we know is coming, and we'll have a good chance to get after the passer.
You've been down D-Ham. You've been down Smoot. This run defense hasn't missed a beat. Why?
Guys just doing what they're supposed to do. Guys being where they need to be. Guys playing physical, playing in the backfield, and being hungry to make the play. And we can keep doing that, and we'll be successful this week.
Looking back, how much do you look back on the first meeting, looking at tape of that and how you were able to get 3 sacks that day, how you can do it again today? Or do you more so look at their film from the last 2 weeks?
It's a little bit of everything. When I look back at week 1, I didn't like the way I played necessarily, just as a pass rusher. I think I left a lot out there, and I think there's a lot of great opportunity to double up this week and just really affect the passer in the pass game. I think in the run game I played physical, did what I need to do, and the opportunities that I did have to rush the passer and to get those sacks that I made opportunity of those. But first, second down when it's time to rush the passer, man, I feel like I can improve on this week, and I'm ready. I'm ready to do that. I'm ready to take that next step.
Everyone's talked so much about how well you guys handled the 10 days in London. Now, how do you handle this first week back after 10 days in London, something no other NFL team has ever done?
We got to be ready to play. Obviously, there's no excuse of we were just in 10 days, so we don't feel right. It's, we come back, you get your rest, and you just get back to your schedule. Get back to doing what you've been doing when you were here. So, for us is to prepare the right way, communicate, run to the ball, start some practice, and we can practice. If we can practice well, gain that confidence, and then everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to.
Both Doug and Dewey brought up the 17-0 hole that you guys fell into against Vegas last year, that first game back from London. Has that kind of been a rallying cry this week to not let that happen this season?
Yeah.
The slow start coming back out of London.
That's what I'm saying.
Just Doug brought that up.
He just brought it up today, and I heard him bringing it up today at the practice. So, obviously, when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense that we need to come out strong and we need to take the fight to them.